Check, check, check. Hey, we are live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another live session. Rajiv Ji is just joining in a minute. I thought I'll kickstart this. For those of you who are new to this channel, we do this every other Thursday. So bring your any immigration question you want to. Rajiv Ji is our immigration lawyer. He will join in just a minute, and we try to answer any questions you have, and hopefully that will help you. And he is right here.
What's up?
How are you?
All good, brother.
I just for you, we are live, so I just started because I was not sure, so
That's all right.
I just did. So, how's it going?
All
Is
good. I forgot to wear my glasses, so I kind of approximately see you.
I still look the same.
Excellent. So the
Nice.
new job is going well?
It is. Yeah, I was in Chicago last week, so that was awesome. It's in the Willis Tower. I don't know if you know Chicago well, but
Not at all. Not even a little bit.
yeah, the building is in the like it's in one of the tallest building, and it's like very fancy, very startup-y, obviously fintech, and so it was fun. It was fun. I am glad I chose it, and it's going well so far.
So are you gonna be rich? Do I have to be nice to you?
You will still be my best friend.
Good. Phew. Now I know.
uh, hopefully, I will be. Hopefully, if the company goes public, we'll see.
Right on, brother.
Yeah. Cool. Any new news? Any updates before
Well,
we
just
start with the Q&A?
what you were and I were exchanging texts about a couple of days ago when the
Mm.
news of the
EAD
EAD
extension.
extensions came out. The reason that didn't overly excite me, that's why I told you, I said, Yuri, this is not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the people it helps the most are the people who have 485 pending.
Mm.
Okay, those people get extension of 540 days free and clear. But people on H4, L2E, they don't really get that much of a benefit unless they are willing to, and it is possible for them to jump through a few hoops. And I think we talked about that briefly. Let's say my H4 EAD is expiring in 20 days
Mm-hmm.
and my I-94 is expiring in 25 days or
Mm-hmm.
even more standard 30 days. The problem is my extension is going to be only as long as my I-94. So the EAD extension is only going to be as long as my I-94. It's not going to be 540 days.
Mm. Mm.
So what do you do? What I suggested to one of my clients yesterday, I said, you still have 25 days remaining on your H4. Your EAD has been filed. Why don't you take a ride or a plane to any place where you can get a visa stamping done? Because her husband's H1 has been extended for the next 3 years. Her H4 is still pending.
Mm.
I-94 is expiring. So if she goes and gets her visa stamping done and re enters the United States, I think her entire 540 days are there.
Mm.
Another thing people have asked me is what if I have already stopped working and my EAD is pending? I've got time on my I-94. Can I go right back to work? The answer is yes. As of May 5th, you can go right back to work. So, those were the two main things. Third thing, our students are always worried about what's going to happen. And I didn't have any good news for them. I didn't think I did. I did look at the regs briefly. I didn't see anything there for the students.
Yeah. 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 I don't. I think the main for the like the audience which I have is mainly F1, H1, L1, L2, some E. So yeah.
Yeah, so guys, good news. What I was thinking was because we will gain in some efficiency since we have to process fewer I-485 based EADs, maybe some of that efficiency will percolate to other things. All we can do is hope.
Mm. Yeah.
But they are trying. My cousin called me from New York the other day,
Yeah.
and he had an interview scheduled for naturalization, I think within 3 or 4 months, as opposed to the 11 months he was expecting.
Mm. Mm. And so, for someone who has H4 EAD and they are applying for extension, they by default will get 540 days, right?
Only if they have that much time remaining on their EAD. I'm sorry, on their I-94. So if their I-94 is expiring in 20 days, they only get 20 days.
So, an I-94 is dependent on what? Like,
Status.
okay, so so when they got
So
H4 stamped,
what is the typical scenario? Let's say your wife and you are on H1, she's on H4, right? So typically you'll get 3 years H1. She
mhm,
takes your approval and she goes to the consulate and they give her 3 year H4 visa.
yeah,
When she lands at the airport, they give her 3 years I-94.
right, yep, yeah,
Now, this is where the disconnect starts. Let's say she got her EAD and you applied for your H1 extension and her H4 extension. You could have done it 6 months before the end of your H1, but you didn't do it. So even if you do your H1 premium processing, they will no longer process her H4 premium. So you will get your H1 extension for another 3 years. She's still stuck waiting.
mm, mm,
Okay. So her status is expiring, let's say in a couple of months. You are good for another 3 years.
yeah,
But she doesn't have anywhere to go. And the problem is, if her EAD expired, she only gets the lesser of the two,
mm,
540 days or the time remaining on her status.
got it. Okay,
Makes sense?
yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. But the positive scenario, just to make sure I understand fully, is that person, like my wife came on H4. My company files for green card. I'm on the first stage approval, and she applies for EAD. She gets it, and then after that, when she wants to apply for an extension, that's when she does well. I guess she won't get 360 days. I
Or
mean,
even
she
540.
yeah,
Okay, if
yeah,
you do the math, the maximum she can get is 6 months. Why?
right.
Because
Which is 180 days, anyways.
you can't get an extension 6 months ahead of time. Okay.
Got it.
So
Okay.
when you apply, so it's really it's my
Yeah,
question
that's
is,
so
who are
funny.
you kidding, guys? What is
Yeah, yeah. Cool. Okay. All right. We will start the Q and A. And just want I'm starting to see the questions. Just want to make sure that you ask questions related to immigration and not to
not to
marriages,
life, not to love life, not to
college. I
not
mean,
to
you could
college.
ask college questions too,
How
but
do I
don't
quit?
ask us like which university is better, because we won't be able to tell you that.
Yeah, how to quit drinking, how to quit smoking. Recipes. I can share recipes with you.
Yeah. All right. How long can I stay in United States after getting H1b without H1b stamp?
So if you have received your change of status, which will be evidenced by an I-94 attached to the bottom, or actually it's the bottom portion of your approval notice, you can stay as long as that approval is valid. Because you don't need to get a visa stamp to continue working in the United States. You only
Yeah, yeah,
need a
yeah.
visa stamp if you travel,
Even the extension.
even the extension.
So like if 3 years we did the extension, 6 years. If I never go out of in United States, I don't need stamping.
I have a client who's not traveled out for 16 years.
See, oh my god, wow, 16 years is a long time.
His whole family is here. He's the only one stuck because he was over 21 when the whole damn thing started. So now he's
Yeah,
37. He's married, he has kids, and he's still here.
yeah. All right. Um, Rajiv ji, H1B chances are almost 1/6. Is employer sponsored O1 visa a good route? What do you suggest?
UD, we should do an O1. O1
I
is
know.
not for everyone, guys. O1 needs for us to demonstrate in a nutshell that you are the top 10% in your profession. People with STEM degrees, especially those from some of the better universities in the country, might have a little bit of an edge, but I'm not sure how much of an edge that is. We can do maybe sometime next week, maybe we can do a quick demo on O1s and how they work.
Yeah.
We'll need about 40-45 minutes. Let's announce that ahead of time so that people can join in. Those who are interested in doing
Yeah.
O1s can
Yep.
join in. Actually, I think my calendar next week is very busy. Give me 1 second.
We can. Yeah. I'll talk text you and then we can figure it
Yeah, well,
out.
let's figure out the time. I'll have Marty do the calculations. I am terrible at keeping track of my calendar. So,
Sounds like a rich person's life.
no, it's just I don't micromanage anything. Everybody knows what they are doing. And what am I going to tell them? They know their job better than I do. So,
Yeah.
I just be a lawyer.
Yeah. Um. Should I go to Australia? Citizenship is less hard, or come to USA? I'm 21-year-old. Will be doing my masters in fall 2022,
Well, I,
2023.
I, can you answer that question because I have no data to compare it with? I have
Um,
friends in Australia who are all coming here, so there must be a reason.
I I don't know what they mean by it's less hard. It's kind of subjective. I mean, yeah, they have point system, but it's not like so easy that you're gonna get the point. I've made several videos on Australia immigration, so you should check that out.
I
Take
have
full.
no idea about Australia, guys.
Yeah,
I'm too um, limited. I just do US immigration. That's all
yeah,
I know.
yeah. I changed to H1b through consular process in 2021. Haven't gone to get a stamping. Can I change my employer now?
So it can be argued that you never really completed your H1 process. So you are still subject to the lottery. Why? Because until you receive a change of status or a visa stamp, USCIS says you are still subject to the lottery. And this is especially problematic if your old employer has revoked your H1, which actually they are pretty much required to do by law if you don't join them. So, worth a try. You can try changing your employers. In practice, I have seen them approve many of our cases in similar situations, but I wouldn't be too comfortable. In other words, don't sell your furniture yet because we don't know if this is going to work. It's worth a shot.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. How much time will it take to get green card of USA if already have a Canada PR?
Yeah, the country of birth is what matters, not the country of citizenship or PR.
Yep. Okay. I'm enrolled in a STEM degree, but instead of 5-year visa, I have 4-year visa. Is it bad? Can I apply for 1 year extension?
Yeah, if you need to travel, you can, but as long as you're in the United States, you need status. You don't need visa.
Yeah.
You need an I-94.
I think that's what he meant by 4-year visa. He said, so typically when we get F1, right, we get for 5 years. So he's saying he instead of 5 year, he has 4 year. Can I
Yes.
apply for 1 year extension?
Well, if you travel outside and your visa has expired,
Then yeah, you need yeah, correct. Okay. You already answered that. Rajiv ji, if a student doing PhD and visa gets expired after student graduate and during OPT, should he travel back to
no,
country without with an EAD card and employment letter to renew
no.
visa?
Try not to. Just get an H1b, then you can travel. I'm just very uncomfortable. I had a case, a young lady from Rajasthan, fourth year of her PhD, they denied her F1 visa. So luckily she could do all her work remotely. So she came back with an H1. But
Mhm.
no, I don't like that. If you can avoid it, avoid it.
Okay. I got 3 times visa denied, F2, then F1, then again F1. I
Mhm.
want to go to same university where my wife is there, but always getting denied. Do I need to change my university? Can I keep my
No.
hopes?
If your denial was 214B, there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah. So
if they make
Shubham, if
you
you can you
if
tell us what was your denial
yeah, if they make
reason?
you CEO of Tata consultancy services, yeah, maybe, because now your situation has changed drastically. You have this great ties to the United to America or to India. I don't think 214B denials are very difficult to overcome. It's a presumption of immigrant intent,
Yeah.
and it's the dumbest thing ever in some ways. And in the next version of the laws or the regulations, we hope to see students not being subject to that, just like
Yeah.
H1 people.
Yeah. Any updates on that F1 visa consulate rumors that they can only go once if it's
I
get
haven't seen anything in writing yet.
okay.
I've heard rumors from reliable sources within the association, but nothing yet.
No official update. Okay. When I am on OPD, can I travel to India? Will there be any problem during immigration?
During immigration, no. But if you go to my blog on immigration.com, you'll see about 14th or 15th entry is travel while your OPT is pending, before OPT, after OPT, before H1, after H1. So I prepared a flow chart of what you should do. It's also on my LinkedIn page. You can look at it there also. But immigration.com, go to my blog. It gives you all the details of when you should travel, what you should watch out for.
I was trying to pull that up, but here we go.
Yeah, go to immigration.com.
I'm on that blog.
You scroll down, go to next page. Yeah, actually, hang on. Curricular practical training, phase resumption.
Is it on the first page?
I think, no. Actually, you can also go to the right hand side and click on F1 or travel. I don't know where information is. I have so much information here. We have the
Maybe just do the search. Do you think
no,
search
no, no. Just you could do the search, but just go to yeah.
travel
We have
ban?
Solar on the. It's a pretty good search engine. Try second page. It should be on the first or second page. Try second page. Travel, travel, travel.
Yeah, yeah. No,
No, then one more page. Then yeah,
travel.
there you
Yep.
go. So there you have a nice little graphic. If you go further down, you'll see a graphic. This tells you exactly when and how you should travel, what to watch out for.
Okay. Nice. Okay. I'll post it on chat so people can go.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop sharing. No. All right. There was that.
Hey, this is cool. I like that. You can just pull up whatever you want.
Yeah. Yeah. And this time I did make sure that I have your blog and everything because you keep referring sometimes. So I was like, yeah, it'll be cool to just show them.
Yeah.
We already answered that question. Okay. I have 15 years study gap. Will visa officer deny my F1 visa? 40 lakh per fee is not too high for Penn State. Any cheap university, you know. Can't answer the second one, but
I went to George Washington, which is even more expensive. So,
15 years study gap. Will that
see,
impact
what matters, uh, what is his name?
summer?
Summer.
Summer. Yeah.
Samarji, what matters is, do you appear to be a genuine student? Now, everybody's situation is unique. I can't really give you rules of the thumb for this. But if you are a genuine student, I have a friend who went to law school at the age of uh, 40. So she had a full fledged career. She decided she wanted to go to law school. And so she quit her job, 10-year job, and she just went to law school. She was a genuine student. She did very well in law school. So it all depends. If you are a genuine student, the fact that there's a gap in your education doesn't mean much, in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay. Someone from Africa. I have an offer to do fully funded PhD at University of Rochester. After PhD, I would like to apply for PR. Any options? I'm from
Oh, yeah, yeah. you would do just fine because you were very smart. You you were born in a country other than India, so you have many options. Don't worry about your options.
Yeah. So like that, we have audience from.
Excuse me, I have allergies, man. This pollen in Washington D.C. is a killer.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. I'm
Yeah,
alive.
he looks sounds like Shubham has all 214B, that three
Yeah,
times
Shubham,
visa.
214Bs are a pain in the behind.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Shubham, 214B denial is not a problem for H1. So if you get a job and come on an H1B, you are good as gold.
Yeah. So even he can't come on dependent visa.
F1, F2 both have the same 214B issue if they want to make an issue.
Hmm. Okay. I didn't think that there was gonna be issues for dependent, but
Yeah. You wouldn't, the amount of talking I have to do, especially in front of companies who have not done green cards or immigration before. They can't believe how ridiculous the system is. You mean he's going to have to wait 14 years if he's lucky? You mean if you don't get selected in the lottery, you can't do anything?
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But why? I don't write the laws.
All right, Anil is asking. Usually, F1 visa for a STEM degree is given for 5-year period, but my visa is given for a 4-year period. Will it affect my CPT OPT period?
No, not at all. Not
So
even a
I
little
think
bit.
this is his follow up, like where what we were discussing earlier. Like,
Not at
yeah.
all.
So Anil, I think until 4 year you're fine. After, if you are, you will still get an extension, but if you go out of United States, you will have to come back with another stamp. That's
Unless you travel within those 4 years.
e- unless, yeah, yeah,
His visa
correct.
is still good for 4 years, no?
Yeah, yeah. After 4 years, you will need a visa stamp. So
Yep.
okay. Sorry, I'm looking at all the questions now.
It's all good.
If all my H1B attempts are exhausted and company agrees to keep me employee, can I work for my company remotely from India?
Absolutely. As long as you're not working with any of the um, restricted technologies like, I don't know, what is it, 256-bit encryption, whatever, if there are no export restrictions on the technology, you can work from anywhere.
Okay. Is masters in computer science still a safe option to get your H1B picked in a lottery, or increase in number of H1B application will diminish my chances of getting H1B after masters?
Well, you don't have to have a degree in computer science to figure out the probability of that. So the more people there are, the lesser is your chance.
Yeah, so I don't think, yeah, your major doesn't decide if you will get picked in the
Right.
lottery or not.
Master's degree helps.
Yeah. I read an article where it says H1B dependent H4 can work and need not apply for I-140. Is
No.
this true?
Stop reading that website.
All right. For EB1C, is it mandatory to have direct report as a manager? Have you won EB1C for people who were functional managers, independent contributor?
Okay. Going back to the question about getting H4 EADs without filing I-140. I think there's a provision which is hardly ever used where if your spouse has received their extension beyond 6 years because their perm was pending for 1 year, even though I-140 is not approved, you will get an EAD, I think, for 1 year. So, or I don't remember 1 year or whatever number of years, but there's a small exception, but nobody ever uses it. Everybody gets I-140 approved premium processing.
Yeah.
Okay. So going back to this question, EB1C, yes, we have done many cases as functional managers. Actually, in fact, I'm doing one right now. These are difficult cases to win. What do I have to prove? There's a discrete function, something that you can separate. You're not a part of just any combined effort. You're a discrete function. So I've given this example before. I'll give you an example again. We had a case in which a 30,000 employee company globally had a guy who just went around setting the pricing for projects that were more than $10 million. So his job was to go from country to country, sit down, stay there for a month, 2 months, figure out the essence of the project, and then give a pricing. He had nobody reporting to him. He didn't even have an assistant. So the government denied his case. The company came to us and we showed number one, this is what you have to prove. There's a discrete function. Anything over 10 million, he gets to price it. Okay. He has a lot of authority in that respect. The only person who was above him in that decision making was the global CEO. So he was at the rank of a country CEO.
Mm.
He reported same reporting structure. So one, discrete. Two, it is he has a lot of authority, and three, the function is very important to the company. Of course, money is important to the company. That's what they're there for. So these are some of the elements you have to prove to win a functional manager case. They are difficult to win. They're not easy.
Mm. Okay. Pranav is asking for filing green card petition for an adult son of LPR. Do I need to have a police clearance certificate from India?
No
Because
idea.
I'm
No idea. My team would know. Actually, if you go to the US to the consular website, it tells you when you need police clearances. I think if you have lived in the United States, you probably don't need it. And I don't know exactly what the rules are. Again, members in our team take care of all those things.
okay. What are the chances of getting H1b in a year if I do masters in United States? How many people apply for it in a year?
Yeah, it's not hard to predict. You have a few percentage points better chances with the masters, but by no means is this a closed bet. You can say, yeah, in a year I'm going to get my H1b. Not yet.
Yep. Okay. I'm in a school which offers day one CPD and it's mandatory in school curriculum. I came here in spring 2022. If I do CPD for 3 months in this summer, will that cause any problem during H1B or immigration?
No. Now again, go to the same blog. I have in the first 15 or 20 articles, I have one that deals exclusively with CPT and how CPT may be useful if you don't get selected in H1B. But there's a downside. Government doesn't like it. Now, is it our job to be liked by the government? Heck no. As long as we are doing everything by the book, they can not like it, they can like it, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it's going to be any big problem in your green card or H1B.
Mm, okay. Do we need to go for stamping if the person changed the employer in H1B? Previous visa stamp is still till September 2023.
No. As long as you have no break in your status, you can travel with the old employer's visa and the new employer's approval.
So they can even travel. Oh,
Yeah. So let's say you came into the United States on a visa in the name of IBM. 3 months later, you decided, you know what, I would rather go work for UD. So UD and company did his H1B transfer.
mhm.
Now you've got his approval. He can travel with your approval and IBM's visa stamp. No
Mm.
problem. There was a time consulates was saying, no, you should come back and apply for a visa again. It's in their standard operating procedures. They can say what they want until it is in their, unless it's removed from their SOPs, they can't make you change visas. So you can travel with old visa and new approval.
Okay. Right. I'm on initial OPT and my H1B got picked up in lottery. Congratulations. I'll get another 2 years of STEM OPT extension. Could you please explain what are the pros and cons of getting H1B in consular processing?
I prefer that you use your H1B and get your green card started as quickly as possible. You can do that on STEM also. The problem with visa stamping is they're so unpredictable. I have a guy who was stuck in India for 16 months Finally, he's taken a permanent residence of Canada.
So is he asking to delay activating
Yeah,
change of status?
what he's
Yeah,
thinking is, I'll get my H1B approval, but I won't get a change of status. I'll continue working on my OPT, and I think it's not the best idea.
yeah. Okay. Do you recommend directly applying employer sponsored green card during OPT period, getting I-485 approved possibilities?
Okay, do me a favor. If you open a browser page
Uh-huh.
and type Rajiv S. Khana
Yeah.
space Economic Times
Rajiv.
in your browser
Okay.
search, yeah, Rajiv S. Khana,
Hmm.
Khanna actually, and Economic Times.
Hmm.
Hit
Yeah.
enter. You should come to my author page.
Yeah. Do you not see my screen?
No, your screen didn't refresh. Refresh.
Oh. Share this. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that these are all articles I have written. One of them is students applying for green card directly. Should be maybe a little bit. mm, It's in there.
See.
Yeah, I also answer a lot of frequently asked questions there. No, it's about I think about 10 or 15 articles down. Can students, yeah, right here. Can students apply for a green card?
Yeah.
Yep. So read through this article. That should give you enough information to make a decision. And that good-looking guy is me on the side.
This guy.
Yep, right there.
Nice. So many ads.
I know. They
uh,
even have ads of other immigration lawyers.
yeah. All
Uh,
right. Does remote position require work authorization?
if you are working from the US, yes.
Yeah.
If you are not working from the US and you are on H1B and you want to maintain your H1B, again, go to my Economic Times page. I point out what the problem with the interpretation of the laws is. So, theoretically, you can work from anywhere. Practically, make sure you read that article in the Economic Times if you are on H1B.
Pranav, you can reach out to Rajivji's firm through www.immigration.com.
Or you can just email me. What is it? help@immigration.com.
Yeah.
You can connect with me on social media. All our social media is on immigration.com.
And he
Um,
wanted to he wanted his dad to start the petition using your firm. So
his dad. Okay, sure. Be
yeah.
happy to.
Okay. What if H1b consular processing gets rejected for some reason? Is there any solution to that?
If H1B gets rejected,
Consular processing gets
yeah,
rejected.
that's the problem. That's why I don't like doing consular processing. More than rejection, I worry about delays.
Yeah,
They
if
can keep you stuck there for a very long time.
yeah, and if it gets rejected, then it's basic. Can you challenge it or no?
You cannot challenge consular decisions. Very difficult to do so. Not even in a court.
Mm,
Very,
okay.
very rare possibilities.
Okay. I want to join Google as apprentice, but they are asking the applicant to be based in United States.
Hmm.
Since this is a remote position, does the remote position require work authorization?
No, it does.
Yeah, or correct. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you don't, if you apply for India, I mean, you apply from India or other countries outside, you don't, but they will most likely not hire you because it says position is based in USA.
And they also have a lot of people to choose from.
Yeah.
Demand and supply, right?
Yep. Is co-op during fall semester, spring semester count towards the OPD period? No.
Check with your no, check with your I don't know the answer to that. I think there is something about summer that might be acceptable, but I don't remember the exact rules.
Yeah.
Check with your DSO.
Yeah. Typically, typically if you graduate after, that's when it should. it
No,
will
no,
be.
pre-completion OPT can cut into your OPT. I
Yeah, yeah,
don't know
yeah.
exactly where the cutoff is. Is it more than 20 hours each week, or is it more than 6 months? I don't exactly remember exactly what the details are. I used to know, but I forgot.
Yeah.
But there
Okay.
is a limit there. It can cut into your OPT.
Okay. Any advice on Dropbox slots booking process? Ray?
No, just follow the instructions carefully.
Yeah. Uh, with RFIs in mind, is it better to go with premium processing for H1 or not?
Yeah, I like the peace of mind of premium processing. I do.
But with premium processing, there is no guarantee that you'll get RFI
You'll just get the the result
quicker.
quicker. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I was holding H4 visa and my F1 visa was rejected in 2020. Got 214B slip. How to overcome it when I face F1 interview next time?
No one knows.
Yeah.
It's all a matter of them being convinced that you're a genuine student. The idea of having immigrant intent is ridiculous. And actually, there is some recognition even from the agencies that they have to change some of their criteria. I think I saw a comment from the Department of State that they are being more considerate of the fact that once the students get here, it's perfectly okay for them to pursue their careers to its logical conclusion. So hopefully they are being more sympathetic. They're training their officers better.
Uh, does university ranking matters in USA and whether staying in big city increase taxes? So should a person choose studying in big cities or small? That's
So big city living is expensive, but I think many of the most prestigious universities are not in big cities.
yeah,
They are in small cities. So I
yeah,
think have coming out from a good university matters for your career and maybe even for immigration somewhere along the line.
yeah. Um, somebody said I missed their question. Can you post your question again? Sorry. This. um, what is the chances of getting H1b after PhD if I stay in academia?
Your chances are the same as those of a master's degree holder, no different.
Yeah. Okay.
But if you stay in academia, hang on, that's one part of the question. That means you're probably doing a quota exempt job, right? So then there is no issue.
Okay. I see the
So
co.
academia means either you're working for an institution of higher learning, which is quota exempt, or you are working maybe for a nonprofit research that is also quota exempt.
Okay. All right. We're gonna end this after this question because I have to leave. But here's two questions very similar. So we will end on that note. Number one is some of my friends have to go through day one CPD. Are there any long term downsides to that?
No. Go to my blog and read up on it. I have an article on CPT. I think it's the 14th or the 15th article. Go to immigration.com, read up on the article on CPT. That will tell you everything you need to know. I think if you have no other option, then you go with CPT.
And follow up was the another question was, can you please guide on day one CPD whether it is legal? I've
Yes,
seen mixed views on it.
it's perfectly legal. It's disliked but legal. And the way I look at it, as long as it is legal, I don't care if USCIS loves me or not.
This was a very interesting question, so I took it. Am I eligible for 49% partnership of any new company, friend company on STEM OPD?
STEM OPT, the problem is STEM OPT and H1B are the same. You can only be a passive partner doing nothing. So if you do something, then you're probably in violation of your status. Now, another interesting thing is can you have two employers on STEM OPT? And the answer is yes. You can coordinate with your DSO and get both employers in there. That way, you could be an active partner also if the work that you do is in the same area that your degree is in.
Hmm. So is it like, because a lot of people who work in this, big companies or even startups, they get stock equity. I mean, in a way, that's considered
Yeah,
as
but Yudi, we are talking about 0.0001% stock as opposed to 49% stock.
that's what I was getting
Yeah,
at
no,
too,
no,
like whether it's
no.
difference of the
That
percentage, but
it's like me saying, okay, I just bought Amazon stock. Move over, guys. I am taking over. With one stock, what can I do?
yeah, yeah, yeah. You should negotiate with Elon to
I
buy
know.
Twitter.
Man, I can't stand that guy.
Elon, really? Why?
He's too right wing for my taste. Number
Hmm.
one.
Yeah,
Number two, he's a very bright guy, no question about it. But being bright and being kind, wise are just totally different things. I don't know. I just don't like him.
yeah. And it sounds like he did. Sorry, Rahul asked. It is for passive income. Thank you
Yeah.
for asking. So,
If it's for passive, we
like a
should be
sleeping
okay.
partner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you. And if you are, if that company is gonna be big, then we are your best friends.
All
So.
right. Yeah, we love you already. You know, all of a sudden, I don't know why we so much affection for you.
All right. I think we'll keep it here. See you guys in next 2 weeks.
Yeah. We'll try to do an O1 earlier than that, but
Yeah.
it all depends upon how our schedules match up.
Yes. Yes. All right.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. We'll talk soon. Bye.
Yudi, one quick question.
Yeah.
If I make an online presentation, would that help our people? Because that I can do on my own time and just send it to
Yeah.
you. Then we can have a detailed discussion some other time.
Yeah.
All right. I'll try to whip something up together.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good. Cool. Chalo.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.
Bye.
Good to talk to you all.
Yep.